Hi everybody, I'm back. It's Laura and I'm going to be looking at Python and how to use different classes to inherit and extend a class to create a new object or new class. This is what we're going to come out with in the end. We've got this nice long piece of code, but I'm going to go ahead and empty it out so that we can take a quick look at our minivan and our gas station and all of that. So in the end, we will have all that code back. I just want to be able to talk about certain sections so that you can actually see what's going on. In this chapter in the book, we're talking about making complex objects and complex classes by extending another class. So let's look at our vehicle. We've looked at this before. We still have the gas station, and our gas station is it's got a method called pump gas. We can add in a car. We could say, you know, this vehicle needs to have the gas pumped. If the tank attribute in that is available for us to talk to, we can set it to full even if it was empty. Our vehicle, if we look at line 6, vehicle says the initialization method takes make, model, and owner. Self.make equals the make that's passed in. Self.model equals the model that is passed in. Self.owner equals the owner passed in. And tank is an attribute that is preset to empty. So our car starts off at empty. There must be a teenager in the house. No offense to any teenagers. So class minivan is extending the class of vehicle. If you notice, it says class minivan parentheses and it passes in vehicles. So it's taking everything from the vehicle class, making a copy of that, and then we're extending it with seating, which is removable, and doors, which are sliding, because this is a minivan. And we can access this stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and on line 18 here, I'm going to say it bounced down there. My van equals I got to get capitalized right, minivan. Now, in order to do our minivan, we're going to, I don't know why it's decided not to show me everything. Let me slide up and see if it will work. Come on. You're not playing. Nice. Copy, refresh, paste it back in. There it is. Okay. So my equals minivan. What do I have to hand into the minivan in order to get this to work right? Because if I just do this, it's not going to be happy. Let's go visualize this and have a look. And I step forward, everything starts working, and it goes, oh, wait a minute, it wanted 3 variables. It wanted 3 arguments to be passed in. And we're using positional right now. We're going to use positional arguments. So they are going in the same position that they are listed. So if I were to type in RAV4 right now, that would go into make because it would be the first variable in the list. If I'd rather have it something else, I could do make equals Toyota. Toyota. Can't type. And that should work. I'm going to be lazy. I'm just going to go ahead and use the positional. And the other way, the make equals would have been the keyword arguments. I'm going to say that our make, oh, let's see, we'll go with, I don't know all of them. What is it, a Dodge Caravan? So Dodge, and our model is Caravan, Caravan, and our owner is Susan Jens. Why not? So that should make our minivan object from the minivan class, which also inherits information from the vehicle class. Inheriting is just, I'm getting something from you. If you inherited my house, you'd get my house and everything in it. Well, minivan inherits everything from vehicle. So it gets everything that is in vehicle. Let's see. Our visualization on the right-hand side, that kind of shows us what's going on. Gas station is initialized or created. Vehicle is red, and we can understand that it's there. Minivan calls vehicle. First it calls itself and it says, okay, minivan has seating that's removable and doors that are sliding. And then it goes up and says, hey, vehicle, I was asked to do this. So in order to create the rest of the vehicle information for minivan, it's going up to the vehicle class and saying the initialization, the init method, is looking for our make, which is Dodge, our model, which is Caravan, and our owner, which is Susan Jens. And tank equals empty is automatic. All our cars have no gas in them. I must have been driving them and forgot to fill them up. Remember that the self.make is what gives that information back to the object. If you don't do the self dot, it won't pass it to the object. So at this point, our code's okay. It's not great yet because we're not doing a whole lot, but let's see what else we can do. I would like it so that anybody coming with me is able to populate with the information of who's going with us. And we're going to take that information from who's going with us and put them in a list and put them in, who gets driver and who gets shotgun or passenger seat. That's just me extending the minivan. Essentially, as far as the combining of the information between the classes, we've already done that. We've had them call. In fact, I can have gas station. Let's go ahead and make the station. Station equals gas station. Station? I can't spell. Station. So we've now created an object called station. It's inheriting everything from gas station class. So we have a pump gas. That's that self-pumping thing, right? And that's not self-serve, I'm hoping. All right, I'm lazy. Now let's see. We've got station, gas station, and we're going to now tell our minivan, my van, our object, my van, needs to have some gas added to it. So when we read the pump gas method, it sees that it takes the car. So we'll say that station, which is the object, dot pump gas, which is the method inside the object, receives my minivan. I drive my minivan into the gas station, and when that happens, I should be able to print my van dot tank should say it's full. So let's go ahead and try that. Step forward, everything's created. We have our pump gas is created from our gas station. Our vehicle gets its stuff. The minivan begins populating itself. It's got everything. And we now have station equals gas station. So we're creating an object of gas station. And it's going to go into station and it's checking, okay, I know how to do these things. Good. At the gas station pumping gas. So we have asked it, station.pump gas, take my car. We are now at the gas station pumping gas. And it returns to the car, the tank is full. And it says full. So it's reached across classes to be able to do some communication between classes, which is really useful because now you don't have to have one class with all the code. You don't have to rewrite any code. And this gas station, you could also add things in later, like I purchased a soda or whatever you want to do. I had the windshield washed. This allows you to have modularized, I can never say the word right, modularized code so that you keep all the information for that one thing grouped together. So all the gas station stuff is in the gas station. I'm not writing it out in spaghetti code. It's all over the place, strewn everywhere, and I have to go find pieces to change something. If I want to say gas station is also going to pump, let's edit it. My gas station not only is going to pump the car full, but it's going to print price was, and we're going to arbitrarily say it was $35.10 for gas today. It feels about what I do. Whoops, I'm so used to hitting save. So now when we step through it, I'm going really fast through it. Got the gas station and the price was $35.10 and the tank is now full. It was really easy to find that one class, change the class, the gas station received that change, And I didn't have to hunt through 1,000 lines of code. If you have thousands of lines of code, which is not unusual, you actually don't want things just spread everywhere where you just, you just in time define things. It takes a little longer to develop classes and develop objects ahead of time because you have to do some pre-planning, but it saves a lot of time later when you have to maintain your code, and it also makes it extensible. So you can make it larger, you can change things. You could take some of these classes, put them in a module, another file somewhere, import them like we do with Pickle and the Pickle module, and then you could use this somewhere else. So you could reuse code elsewhere, and you're not rewriting code. I'm going to break here, and then we're going to come back and extend or add more into our minivan so it can do some stuff also. But in this video, we have inherited stuff from one class to another. We have passed messages, and sending messages back and forth between classes is very important. We've used objects to do this, so the objects are accessing the class methods and the class attributes, which are just the variables inside, and methods are just the functions inside of a class. And we've shown that that actually can go back and forth quite well. We could have made minivan, we could then go do a car, a truck, doesn't matter what we've got. We could have class, let's see, we could do class truck, capitalized truck, and it takes vehicle, and inside it, it has a bed. So bed equals true. Now I can say truck, my truck equals truck. And let's see, because truck inherits from vehicle, I still have to give it all the make, model, and etc. So I'm going to go ahead and copy this from here. What do we got? A Dodge Ram, just because I'm lazy, and Nancy Fredericks owns it. I can also say my truck dot tank. So we're going to print my truck dot tank. I'm going to wrap it in a print function. And now if I go through, I can step forward. I have two vehicles, a minivan and a truck, that all I had to do was say that one extra. Oh, it's mad. What did I give it that I didn't? Why do I have two parentheses around it? That's always fun. So we'll take the parentheses out. This is real programming where you mix things up. It's been known to happen. While we're at here, print dot truck, comma, space, we have a bed. We have a, let's see, we have a truck bed, colon, comma, truck, let's see, my truck dot bed. And it should give us back true. So we'll go through and do that. Forward. We've made our minivan, we've made our truck, the classes initialized all of themselves, or they created themselves. The minivan begins initializing itself. The truck goes ahead and starts doing, oh, everything's going through because we put this at the end, so we're going through. My truck, my trut. If you don't spell things right, I'm going to move this truck stuff up ahead because I don't want to step through everything else. Now hopefully I can spell stuff right. If I was a really good person, I would go ahead and edit that out of my video, but I'm not going to, because sometimes my messing up is good for you. It's not a bad thing. So my truck's tank is empty and we have a truck bed, true. And so we have multiple objects filled off of the same thing it's a great thing because now we can pull out a gas station, we can pull out a vehicle, minivan, and truck. Didn't have to have me write everything over again from the vehicle class. Otherwise, I would have minivan, make, model, and owner, and tank. Truck, make, model, owner, and tank. That's not so much fun. And I didn't have to rewrite all that code. So I will be back in a minute, and we will just add that extra little, we're going to add, let me see if I can bring this forward. That's not what I wanted. I'm going to add this. So we're going to go ahead and add in that our minivan is going to have a function called seating, and it's going to be the people that go with us. And we're then going to assign people to that section. So I will be back in a minute, and we will keep going. And again, if you guys have any problems, please feel free to email me, gurneyl@husson.edu, or post in the discussion board of the class, so that I know that you need help and I can get it to you. Talk to you guys later.